Hello Gemini, thank you for checking out my channel. My name is Johnny Alchemy from JohnnyAlchemyTarot.com, and welcome to your February 2021 Tarot Forecast reading. I hope the month of January was very good to you and you had a great start to the new year. So let's look into the month of February and see what messages the cards may have for you. This is going to be a general reading, so some messages may apply to you. Take that as your wisdom and insight from the universe. Anything that does not apply to you is probably a message meant for someone else. So thank you so much for your openness and understanding. I greatly appreciate it. And so let's look into your reading and see what the cards have to say for you for the month of February 2021. Let's see, open this deck first. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so well, right in the center of your reading, we have the Three of Cups and also the Ace of Cups right here. You know, showing that maybe this month there's a lot to be celebrated here, a lot to experience with your present moment, with those around you, those who you love, those who you can get in contact with, given everything that's going on right now. But everyone who you can have contact with at this moment, there's a lot of joy to be had. You know, there's almost a new sense of, with this Ace of Cups here, there's a new sense of emotional stability, emotional understanding, and love to be shared. I think those are two very good cards to have for this month, showing that you have your support system, you have your social group, you have your friends. Even though you know, with COVID going on, maybe it's not that easy to reach out to them or to be with them physically, but you understand that they will always be there for you. And that now may be a good time this month to reconnect with them, to share old stories, to catch up, to all that wonderful new thing, to all that wonderful new experience. Because that Ace of Cups here is saying that, you know, the relationship could take on a new light. It could take on a new joy, if you will, and also a rejuvenation of that relationship too. And I also see here, I mean, surrounded by these two cards, there's a lot of you know, energetically different cards, because right next to the Three of Cups here on either side, we have the Seven of Wands and also the Five of Wands. You know, these two very almost combative cards, talking about struggle or conflict. I almost see here that maybe this actually doesn't really have anything to do with you. I mean, looking at the center of your reading, having those two cards, the Three of Cups and the Ace, it seems very strong. Almost as if, you know, now is the time for you to really experience this type of joy with those around you, with those who you love, because there's always going to be this type of drama around you. There's all this stuff going on, but you know, with that Three of Cups, these three women, they don't seem to care. They just seem to acknowledge each other. All their backs are turned to either side, you know, to that Seven and Five of Wands, and they're focused on each other, focused on the good times, focused on that positivity, that good vibe energy. So here, again, there's this emotional stability, an emotional joy or fulfillment that could be had, where you can kind of drown out all the drama or negativity around you, and you could just kind of accept that that's always going to be there. You know, in life, sometimes there's always just going to be some type of conflict, some type of drama, something going on, whether it be in our lives or on the TV or on the news, whatever it is, there's always going to be something trying to take away our energy. But now, maybe this month is showing that you have a new opportunity here to really, now that you are aware of that you can drown out all those things and kind of disconnect from them, compartmentalize them somewhere else. You're allowed to, you know, feel what you feel about those drama or conflicts, but then you can also disconnect from them and then to also focus more on the happiness, the joy, the relationships, the connections that you have in your life. Let's look a little bit deeper into these, because we have the Five of Wands right here, talking about conflict, talking about competition, you know, even talking about debate or argument of some kind. So if this has been something in your past or something that you deal with on the regular, or it could be just something in your general environment, whether it be at work, at home, whatever it is, understand that, again, with that Three of Cups, this has nothing to do with you. These women are too focused on the good times that they're having with each other. So it's almost that you understand that, that just is what it is at this current moment, that this energy of conflict or argument or drama that is around me is just around me, and it's always been there and it always will be there. And maybe it's not my place to fix it or to change it, and to just accept it for what it is. And now I have the energy and time to focus on the good things, on the positivity, on the joy that I have with more healthier relationships with people, and that type of happiness. Also, we have, as I said, that Seven of Wands too, right next to that Three of Cups, talking about trying to move forward and you're having some type of resistance. So even though, let's say that you are moving on toward a specific goal as well, and you're being met with a confrontation or resistance or challenge, almost I can see here, like all these wands that are in front of this man in the Seven of Wands, it's like all these people here that are in the Five. You have all these wands sticking up from the ground, and these are those people trying to hold you back or to keep you from moving forward. It's saying that, here, again, you're not worried about that you understand that you will always fight an uphill struggle because you are going to always do what you feel is right, that you are not affected by those around you and those who hold you back. Trying to fight and have that struggle and to push forward is something that maybe comes natural to you now, that you are not affected to it because you consider it the norm, and that ultimately it doesn't disempower you anymore. You expect it. It makes you stronger. It makes you much more resilient in a certain way. So I love seeing that because, again, it opens up more focus for you and perspective to focus on the positivity of healthy relationships, of joy with those around you who support you, versus feeding that energy toward the drama, the conflict, the resistance, the challenge, and allowing that to take space in your mind or your heart. So I love this for you. I mean, I see, again, that Ace of Cups. It's like saying, you have a new understanding emotionally. You can disconnect yourself emotionally. You are allowed to feel what you feel about those situations, but ultimately, you are much stronger than that emotionally. You have a greater stability, and you are not affected by your emotions. You can feel them, but you're not swayed by them. I love that because we also have, underneath that Five of Wands, we have the Eight of Wands here reversed. It's saying that here with this Eight of Wands, usually saying there's a lot of energy to be spent, but in the reversed, it's saying that, you're not investing energy into that at all. You're not investing energy into the drama. In fact, it's saying that you are holding back a little bit. You're holding back that energy because you realize maybe it's pointless. You understand that it's not worth it, and it's never been worth it. But you understand that it'll always be there. And so you just accept it. And that's fine. That's actually more empowering than trying to defeat it or confront it. To just accept it and say, okay, well, that's you. That's always been you. That's always been the situation, hasn't it? So I might as well just accept it and understand that I can move forward from it. That I can still be happy regardless of what you feel or what you think or whatever drama you bring to the table. And we also have, right next to that Ace of Cups, we have the Six of Swords here reversed, Six of Swords. So almost as if that you transitioned mentally in a certain way. You transitioned mentally from feeding energy toward the haters, toward the drama, and to really shift mentally in your perspective to a more healthier and more positive way of thinking that helps you emotionally. The seven is the Six of Swords right here. Swords being air, talking about your mental states and everything like that, your belief systems. This talks about a transition, moving from one side of this river to another. And it's funny because the way that these cards were positioned right here with the Six of Swords is as if, because it was reversed. It's like moving toward this Ace of Cups right here. It was moving toward this new emotional understanding, this new gift from Spirit, saying that you've shifted your perspective and this is the new perspective being given to you. That there is a lot of joy, a lot of spirituality, intuitiveness also to be experienced from your shift in thinking and belief system. So it's as if Spirit is giving you this new gift of emotional stability, of emotional joy and love, unconditional love, really, Because even for those who cause the conflict, for those who cause the drama around you, who cause the confrontation or resistance or the arguments, you can accept them for what they are and learn to love them, because you don't judge them anymore. You don't criticize them for being in your way. You can just say, you're always like that way, but I love you anyway. So it's almost saying that, you have this, you can learn this new unconditional love and joy in your situation, and you're not affected, and your emotions are not affected or swayed by any type of negativity or negative reinforcement, whatever it is. And that's something extremely powerful, I believe, to see like all these kind of big confrontational, conflicting type of cards with all these wands about struggle and confrontation and argument, to have those around this Three of Cups and this Ace of Cups right here. And it's like this stable pillar that's in the middle of all of it, that it's not affected by it, that it's actually enjoying life and enjoying all the fruits that life has to offer right there, amongst all the chaos, amongst all the drama, that it can still learn to have a wonderful time and to have joy and pleasure and positivity. So I think this is great so far. I mean, this is truly wonderful. I mean, finding a certain emotional strength, going through that transition mentally to shift your perspective, to shift your focus. And maybe if you haven't gotten to this level yet, or if you are on your path to this type of emotional empowerment, trust me that when you learn to shift your perspective, to accept things for the way they are, and that it is what it is sometimes, that you can remove the judgment, remove all that negative baggage and weight from you. That you can just accept everything for what it is, and to find love and happiness regardless of what's around you. So trust me that if you have been trying to go through this transition or journey of some kind, where you can detach and compartmentalize all the drama, that it's on its way, and that you are close to realizing a new emotional truth about yourself, and that this is available to you this month, in the month of February. So let's look further into some oracle cards and see what they have to say for Gemini. Let's see, and then this one down below, upside down. Okay, so we have Thinker here, Thinker. So here, Thinker, and as I said, with that Six of Swords right here, that Six of Swords, changing your perspective a little bit. So one of the big catalysts that I can see in order to really attain this emotional shift is to allow yourself some time to think, to learn to detach a little bit from the drama and understand that it has nothing to do with you. To allow yourself that time to really ponder and allow some introspection into your life, to understand that that my happiness is not dependent on others, or others' views of me, or their expectations of me. Their views don't justify me. They shouldn't justify me. I'm the only one who is responsible for my happiness and my well-being. And so if I want to be happy amongst the chaos, I can be happy amongst the chaos. I can choose to invest my time with proper and healthy relationships versus ones that wish to hold me back or suppress me. So allow yourself some time to think. Give yourself that new perspective. The Six of Swords, as this person is going through this transition, they allow that introspection. They are looking at all these swords that are right in front of them, all these belief systems that they have. And they do that weeding out process, that filtering process, to remove the ones that are not necessary, to remove the ones that are negative and that hold them back and shield them from new opportunity, from real love in their life. And also we have, let's see, in between worlds. Very Gemini looking card, very stark, two contrasts type of thing. A world of black and white versus a world of color. So here, between worlds, I can almost see here, again, you're in all of this chaos right now, but you can still find joy in that chaos and to thrive and to have emotional stability and joy. You are in between the world, and you are in a certain between worlds right now. You are not in the drama. You are not in all those situations. In fact, you are in your own situation that you create for yourself. So you are in between the world of drama and the world of your creation, your own reality. You can kind of stand and be in that center of everything and to find peace in that. Regardless, you're actually literally in the states of, in the center of negativity and positivity. That's where you are right now. You have found possibly your own peace of center, your own peace of mind, if you will. that where you can see the world as it is, and it's just accept it for what it truly is. It's not just being black and white. It's not just about being all positivity and color. It's about accepting life for what it is. It's both. It's the crappiness, it's the negativity that sometimes comes in, but it's also the joy that happens as well, and the joy that we can also create for ourselves. So to stay in that center, to stay in that middle, to be in between worlds is a powerful state of being. And again, to have this 3 and Ace of Cups to be in the center of your reading, it's like you are in between the worlds, in between this world. So again, you should feel truly empowered if you have reached this state, if this does resonate with you. And also, if you are working on this state and if you feel like you're close to attaining it, understand that that's what you will attain. You will attain center and peace of mind, and to allow yourself to have true acceptance without any judgment anymore, where you can allow space for true love and true joy to exist. So let's see a word of power. Waiting. Okay, waiting. So here I could almost see, again, in this in-between worlds type of state, you no longer feel the need to be pressured by those who give you the conflict and drama, nor do you feel pressured to address them, to address their expectations. I say that because, again, it's like the five of wands right here are like the people who are pushing you to be something that you're not, to give you the arguments and the expectations, and then but simultaneously they're the ones who hold you back from trying to be anything that you are, that they don't feel should be you. They're trying to keep you trapped in this certain box, if you will. So you may be stuck in this period of waiting, because I can also see here, you have this strength, this pillar of strength in the middle, but you are kind of stuck in between all this like conflict. But granted, it doesn't affect you. So here, again, if you are going to be in this waiting period, make the most of it. I mean, hell, if you found all this joy, or if you found a new sense or perception of yourself, where you can create your reality in a positive light, live it up. Life is saying, here's your cup, party. Here's your cup, enjoy. So this is what the world is, what the universe may be telling you, that you've learned to disconnect from the drama. So in this waiting period, have a drink, enjoy yourself, be with those who you love, be with those who love you, because they are the ones who will maybe give you a further perspective even more, so that when it's time for you to leave this waiting period, you will be able to move forward with a full heart and true fulfillment. So let's pull one more card. Let's see. Advice from your highest self. Let's see. Ace of Swords. I love this. Ace of Swords reversed, actually. So again, the Six of Swords reversed, and also that Thinker card. It's kind of you released an old philosophy, an old belief system about your life. You've released an old disempowering or limiting belief system, one that might have caused you fear or anxiety, or the fact that that it just held you back. Because the swords are all about truths, about belief systems that we have in our mind. So in the negative, this is saying that you probably let go of something that was disempowering you. And by learning a new truth about yourself, you're given the Ace of Cups. So you drop this old way of thinking, this Ace of Swords, and you're given a new cup in your hand, the Ace of Cups right here. And it's something more emotional. It's something that is more enlightening. It's something more that hits you more spiritually on a deeper sense. It's not something that is just logical in your mind. Because, I can almost see if this reading does resonate with you, or when we are met with conflict, met with resistance, the logical thing, Ace of Swords reverse, is to meet that resistance, to argue, to prove our points, to start thinking that they're right and I'm wrong, and to prove my point to them, and to ultimately use our energy to feed the drama. And that is what the Swords is all about. They are about that cut and dry, combative, argumentative, saying I'm right, you're wrong, cutting things down the middle, making the world black and white. That's exactly what that does. So when the Ace of Swords is used in a negative extreme, and we use our energy toward that, it creates a really negative belief system that we have to constantly prove ourselves or combat with others in order to feel right, in order to feel empowered. So you've learned to release that, and instead you found true emotional stability within yourself, emotional understanding for, I guess, your surroundings too. that they are always going to be that way and it has nothing to do with me. I can feel very secure in who I am and love who I am, regardless of what others think. So I think this is a very powerful reading. Again, if this is something that resonates with you, congratulations. That's beautiful. All you Geminis out there. And again, your Geminis being a thinker, also being that air sign, liking to play with options and all the possibilities of things. If you've come to this realization that was said in the reading, just hold on to it for as long as you can. Enjoy your joy. Enjoy your happiness. Enjoy the relationships that feed you versus cut you down. So overall, I think a very positive reading for the month of February for all you Geminis out there. I hope this did resonate. If it did, don't forget to shoot my video a like. I'd very much appreciate that. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and to also click that notification bell to stay in touch for future readings. So I want to say thank you once more, all you Geminis out there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you next video. Goodbye, guys. Thank you.